Hey everybody, it's day 4. I'm really excited to share some warm-up tips with you and also to show you these two new movements. So let's just get right to it. Today I want to focus on the core, so that's the back and the abs, including the lower abdomen. I use a technique called bracing. It's like you're bracing for impact, or you envision bracing for a punch. You brace and hold, release, brace, hold, release. And this is something you should do every day as frequently as possible. Next, an active back flexibility warm up. So, neutral position, feet are hips width apart, ribs are above the hips. Then you're going to start tilting your pelvis and bending your knees. You're pulling up through your lower back as you open your chest. You should be feeling a slight stretch through your front. If you feel a crunch in your back, then you're going to want to stop this one. But if not, then just keep on going. And after a few reps of that, we are going to go forward as well as backward, just really warming up our spine for the movements that we have coming to us today. So coming down to the ground, we're going to place our thumbs together and our fingers together, pointer fingers, and we're going to plank ourselves. So you can plank from your knees or from your feet. Here I'm doing it from my knees. Shoulders are above your hands, and then we can get into some tricep push-ups. In your tricep push-ups, you want to be keeping your elbows pointing away from your body. Keep going till you feel a little burn, and then once you've done that, we're going to do a little neck warm-up. So that whatever that means to you. Here I'm just going side to side, ear over shoulder, and then I'm going nose over shoulder from one side to the other. So that should be a good enough warm-up. Now we're going to get into some prep for the movements. All right, from an open leg cobra, we're going to be practicing drawing our knees in. So we are pulling up with our pelvis, drawing our knees in. Do a few repetitions of that, and then whenever you're ready, you're going to plant your feet into the ground, keep your legs straight, and do the same thing, pulling up by tilting your pelvis. Next, we're prepping to come down on our chest and not our face. So shoulders are going to come down over our hands. And in order to do that, we're going to pull our elbows in. And then we're going to push back so our feet slide and our chest stays stationary. Here you can see I've got my elbows in nice and tight. We're going to activate the lower back muscles, pulling our knees together and trying to bring them as close to under our hips as we can. Feel free to do that a few times. I've only shown it once. And then I started doing these circles. They're not necessary, but they're just kind of fun, I guess. So when you come up, you're going to bring your hips out to the side as far as you can before starting to slide your knees back. And then I've done both directions because why not? Next prep exercise, we're going to lift our hips just a little bit, and then we're going to start lifting our upper body as we tuck our pelvis, and we're going to bring our hips down, keeping our chest up. So I broke it down frame by frame there, and here is just one sequence. So I want you to grab a mirror and practice lifting your hips, lifting your chest, and dropping the hips, and then dropping the chest. Get higher with your hips each time that you do it. You'll start to feel a little bit more comfortable with it. Let's start where we left off on day 3. We've got our open leg cobra. We're going to push onto the tops of our feet. We're going to tilt our pelvis and come on up. Chest comes down, elbows are in, legs stay straight as we slide on the tops of our feet down. When we're ready, we're going to come up using those lower back muscles, bring our knees together, and we're going to practice doing a little kick. So that little kick is not mandatory at all. You don't have to do it. I like to, but you don't have to. You can just tuck your pelvis, start opening up your shoulders, bring your hips down, and then chest down. We've prepped, we've practiced, we're ready for it. Let's put it all together.